This band performed a few one-off secret shows as an act of rebellion, and I can almost guarantee that you've never heard of them. From 2014 all the way to 2017, the artist Kesha was not allowed to release new music. This meant that until 2017's Praying, Kesha had not released a solo project since 2012. And to combat this, Kesha requested a preliminary injunction to release her from her contract with Kemosabe Records, if I've even pronounced that right. And Kesha created a band, was created as a loophole so that Kesha could kind of make some new music. And the band was called the Yeast Infection.
Took off the bejazzled bodysuit, stopped the arena tour, started a punk band called Yeast Infection, played dive bars, much to the dismay of everybody around me.
Of the machine.
Oh my God, They were not happy. But that's one of my proudest moments.
Which she introduced to the world with a post on her socials, "Hello world, we are Yeast Infection." Following this announcement, the band performed a secret show in December 2015 and was brought back later for a couple more shows. The Yeast Infection took Kesha's old songs and created country and punk rock versions of them to perform instead. She also sang covers of songs by artists that inspired her during these shows. This band helped pave the way for her future projects, specifically her third album Rainbow, released in 2017, which leaned heavily into the country and glam rock genres. Which is kind of something Kesha always wanted to explore since the beginning of her career. It also included a cover of Dolly Parton's Old Flames' Can't Hold a Candle to You. But old flames can't hold a candle to you. Which Kesha's mom actually co-wrote. While the Yeast Infection was very short-lived, they only played a couple of shows, Kesha clearly was having fun with it, and in 2019 she said that she would be open to playing shows again under that name.
Yeast Infection, for those of you listening, is the name of my band. We are not talking about a vaginal infection. We are talking about a band name, and would I play under that name again? Hell yeah!
The creation of Yeast Infection was met with happiness and hope. Fans were excited that Kesha was performing again, and they were hopeful that this meant new music was just around the corner. And for Kesha, it must have been such a joyful experience too. Kesha is very open about how much music and performing means to her and how much it's helped her over the course of her life. So it must have felt great for her to finally be able to do the thing that she loved again after so many years. Unfortunately though, that hope was kind of short-lived because in February 2016, the judge denied Kesha's preliminary injunction to be released from her contract with that man. This, however, did inspire her next tour, for the love of pure rock and roll, she says, and an act of defiance, the Fuck the World tour. with her new band, Kesha and the Creepies, not to be confused with her podcast, Kesha and the Creepies. She said on Instagram, "The day has come that I now present to you Kesha and the Creepies. This project and upcoming tour comes from my deep, eternal love of dirty rock and roll and country music. I thrive from making and performing music, and much like a flower with no sun, my soul dies when I don't get to create and perform. So for a short ride and in mostly small and intimate venues, I will be performing a new creepy creation. It's been too long. Until I can release my own music, I will be reinventing some of my old songs and some of my favourite songs from my musical idols. I've handpicked songs from artists that have helped shape who I am and the music I make today. I have missed you, all of you, so if you would like to boogie, come join us. The time has come to get creepy." That's just so Kesha. And much like the yeast infection, on the Fuck the World tour, Kesha and the Creepies performed country and punk rock versions of Kesha's old songs, as well as covers by her favourite artists, such as Nightclubbing by Iggy Pop.
See people, brand new people, there's something to see. Night
And I Shall Be Released by Bob Dylan.
I've seen the light come shining from the west to the east. Anything now, any day now, I shall be
But so many more as well. The set list changed a couple of times for the Kesha and the Creepies Fuck the World tour, with some songs being replaced, like I Shall Be Released was replaced with Die Young on the second leg. And True Colours was removed and Take It Off was added as well. Just for example, there were a couple other changes as well. She also did 3 shows in China in October 2016, but in these shows, she performed the regular pop versions of her songs, using the setlist from the Warrior tour, and she performed Steven for the first time since 2010. So like, the setlist was kind of all over the place. I think these 2 bands were really important parts of Kesha's career. They helped her to branch out and explore the new genres that she always wanted to in time for her Rainbow album, and it really helped her to see that fans loved it, me included, obviously. Despite this, I do think that they represent kind of very different parts in her life and very different emotions, if that makes sense. For Kesha, I think the yeast infection could be interpreted as more of a symbol of hope. I mean, at that time, there was still a chance that she could have been allowed to leave her contract early and release new music. And the yeast infection was a sign of that hope, I think. And then the Creepies came to be after her injunction had been denied and she was told she couldn't leave her contract early. The Creepies were Kesha's defiance, kind of like her middle finger to everyone who had said no to her and kept her trapped in that contract, which is probably where the name for the tour, Fuck the World, came from. She was clearly very unhappy and really struggling, especially after that decision was made for her to not be allowed to leave the contract. So I guess the name for the tour and everything the Creepies stood for was kind of a nod to that, maybe. These bands, though, were so Kesha and they were so great. And they show off how incredibly strong she is and how determined she was to get through that period of her life. And they also show off how versatile of an artist she is. I mean, like, these shows were so different to anything she'd ever done before, and she pulled it off so well. And now I just couldn't be happier, and I'm sure we can all agree that we just couldn't be happier that she's finally free and she can put all of this behind her, and now she can make all the music that she wants, however she wants. So what do you think? Would you like to see any of these bands return? After all, Kesha did say that she would be open to performing under the yeast infection again. Let me know. I personally would love it. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked this, you should, leave a like, and you should also subscribe, because that would be great and I would probably be happy. Yeah, it would definitely make me happy. And yeah, comment if you would like these bands to come back, or just comment anything, like, literally, do what you want. I can't tell you what to do. So thank you for watching anyway, and yeah.